Hello everyone, this is Billy with Stars Align modding. Just wanted to do a short video today, kind of just going through a couple minor things in addition to really just showing kind of like my process I've been using to create all these custom heroes and stuff for the faction, and just talk more about the lore of the Pentastar alignment as well. And really looking forward to hopefully getting this mod out by the end of the month. But as I mentioned in the previous video, I was looking to add Sabe from the Darth Vader comics. In addition, one of the royal handmaids, preacher played by Keira Knightley, and the Phantom Menace. So I'm actually going to be adding her to the game as one of the land heroes for the Pentastar alignment. So quick video, just wanted to show kind of how I'm doing that and all of the kind of things that go into it. So really, first of all, just starting in the XML files, I'm going to use the base code. First of all, I'm just going to add something quick to Ryo Chuchi. So I'm adding stealth to Senator Chuchi, just because I want to ensure that she can be a part of missions, just like Leia and stuff, for her to kind of unlock ships or be eligible for some of the because I really want to add missions, so I just want to make sure that she can move around, for example, without any sort of issue. Okay, I'm removing that because I don't want that to be a problem. The Tarkin preventing or retreat option sometimes can backfire, so especially if it's a small fleet, so I don't want to take that away from Senator Chuchi. Alright, so we're going to be using Leia as Princess Leia as the base code to build off of for Leia. Okay, let me figure out what's going on here. Yeah, let's just do a control find. Okay, Leia Organa. She probably has a hero company. Okay, so let's first start with Leia then. So all of the Warlord heroes I've been working into actually under the Empire. So right. So Sabe, she'll be force sensitive. No, she's not. Alright, so let's first start with kind of changing her name. Sorry, it's my dog, Luna, in the background. She's a tripod pit bull. My fiance and I adopted her. Alright, so Sabe. So pretty much actually all of um, Princess Leia's abilities and stuff I'm actually going to keep for Sabe. Um, I don't think it would be too far off that Sabe would actually implement kind of similar tactics to Princess Leia. So I do have Lunatic working on a new texture that's going to be kind of like a gray texture for the Leia model. So kind of differentiates. I don't have any like unique SFX or SFX files. So kind of any sort of sound or not sound. Yeah, I guess any talk from Sabe is going to be mimicked off Leia, which isn't the worst thing, but maybe I can find additional, maybe one day, kind of SFX files to add to that. But for the moment, I'm not 100% talented in every aspect of this game. But once again, I want to bring this to everyone. Alright, she's not going to spawn. Alright. Okay, so let's work on the tooltip. So for the tooltips, I've pretty much worked on all of the tooltips already for all of the heroes beforehand. Alright, so just bring the text up here. We'll put that in. So one thing about, for anyone looking to add heroes and stuff, definitely recommend kind of writing out the dialogue prior. It's not the biggest thing if you don't, but kind of helps me in terms of process, kind of fleshing out tooltips and stuff. What's up? Sorry, here in the background. So as you can see, a lot of the kind of lore here is based off like kind of real history in the Star Wars universe itself. Like, a lot of this background, where she saw that vision, for example. Where she saw that vision, for example, where she gave herself to the Empire. That was in the Vader comic. So, and then, her kind of leaving the Empire, that's all canon. So it's kind of like after that, this is where I kind of like, it's more of a fan story. Once again, like, we're creating all the tooltips before for all of the heroes. Really worked to ensure that the story was really fleshed out for all the characters. So once again, you can see that like when Moff Panaka was tapped, by Zaloxa Zarin, you know, the two had a relationship, so the Moff informed her of what was going on, and she ended up becoming a founding member. The alignment. Sorry, just typing this out. But once again, as part of the process, I wanted to show everyone in terms of how I add the heroes to the Pentastar alignment. You know, this may be more of a mundane task, but you know, I love to share knowledge, so would love to, you know, share this process with people. So really, like, kind of the end of the lore here. You know, she brought in the Amidalans to the Pentastar alignment. You know, that was like the first rebel cell that she brought in, and then she also, you know, kind of brokered a peace deal with the rebels based on Dakar, you know, which is a planet that was really brought to light in the new trilogy. But you know, there was a rebel cell there, and she worked to bring that rebel faction into the Pentastar line, which is true. It was a major milestone in bringing a former rebel factions into alignment ranks. And like I said in the previous video, she's the reason why the Pentastar alignment has that option to build in space and in land some form of rebel tech. And I say some because it's not even most of the rebel tech, space and land wise, but it gives a unique flavor to the Pentastar alignment. Okay, I'm going to add here as well. She served as the senator. Kind of like Padme, you know, following her footsteps. So she ended up becoming the senator of Naboo and the Pentastar alignment. Okay, let's save that. Let's plug that in. Okay, so that's over in there. Alright, so I imagine if I go into hero companies, I'm going to find her, so. Okay, there she is. Okay, so Leia Organa's team. I feel like she had kind of like a guard. Okay, let's see if that ends up happening in the game. And if anything, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so let's copy that. Got it. Okay. So there's the dummy. Alright, so let's go to our companies. Alright, so one of the unique stormtroopers is actually that, like I said in the forum mod, the Senate. They do have their own Stormtrooper Corps. Totally, I mean, it's part of the military, but it's actually totally separate. The reason being is they're loyal to the Senate, and they want to ensure that there is no sort of, what did I do? Oh, I put her in between. Oh, sorry, just getting confused here. Alright, so let's, okay, the Senate. Alright, great. So she's added. Alright, let's make a sabe team. Alright, so we got the sabe team. To make sure she can spawn. Alright, so we got the hero company. Great. So let's move. Just copy this text. Put that in the team one. Then we're going to make sure that she is also put in the unit filters. And that's going to be specifically, so there is, like I said, a unit table for the Warlord, or it's the Warlord unit table, but it's for the Pentastar line. Okay, so we got her there. Great. Alright. This isn't really difficult, but one of the things, obviously, as you've seen with the icons for the Pentastar alignment, is that I do make my own unique icons. So we're gonna pull. Oh, damn it. Alright, so these are all my icons here. Alright. Alright. So MTD editor. We're gonna open it. Let's open the editor. Open the TGA file. Alright. Just gonna find the layers. What am I doing? Let's just find. Alright, so I button layer. Let's go here. Alright. So we're going to extract that. Extract that to mod files. We don't need that. So as you can see, pretty much all my icons are kind of just used I'm totally blanking. We've kind of just used like famous people and stuff for the icons. I saw that the devs for ATO Waking of the Rebellion did do that. Similar tactic as well. Alright, where's Leia? Okay, so we got Leia here. So again, Keira Knightley was the actress. Alright, let's find a picture. Something that can kind of fit. Maybe this one will fit. Okay. Pull that up. Zoom in here. Start the magic eraser, get that guy out of there. Alright, this is really not working. Let's use a regular eraser. It's going to delete all of it. So really the goal here is to get out the background. That allows us to put in the image that's left. Kind of looks horrible, but let's use that. I think that'll be fine. It pulls into the other image. Zoom in. Alright, so we don't need, actually kind of eliminate the neck. God, it looks weird, but it'll do. I can always fix it later. Your head looks kind of too big. Can actually use Leia's chin as like kind of simulating her neck. Looks acceptable. Alright, so let's save that. Save to our computer. Make sure to save it as a TJA file. Let's make sure to name that sabe. Okay. Alright, so let's make sure to add it. Here. Alright, not horrible. Alright. Let's port that in here. a final check, make sure she's affiliated with the Warlords, which she is. Alright, let's test this out. Parent Conquest. Right. Alright, let's put her in for a Stormtrooper. Alright, start it up. Oh, let's make sure. I don't think I saved the icon. So I have to delete this. Froze because I'm okay. There we go. Alright, so that's saved. That's saved. All the codes saved. Okay. Now we can actually do it. So, obviously, it's taking a lot of work to put this mod together, but once again, like I said in the beginning of this video, we just want to give you guys a glimpse of the process behind doing this modding and putting this mod together. And like I said, I'm always for sharing knowledge and in terms of the process for doing this stuff, and really happy to be able to share this with all of you. So when I get into the game, there's also some other changes I'm going to showcase quickly that I made. This was based off some of suggestions from one of my Discord members in the Discord for the Stars Align mod that I've put in, and it's also I will make sure that it's attached in the chat, not the chat, the description for today's video. Also, it is in the description of the YouTube page, so feel free to click that and just apply to join the Discord, and I'll make sure to approve you. So really hope you can join us on Discord as well. Alright, so I'll touch on two things that I changed since our last preview a couple days ago. And then let's get Sabe into a battle, make sure everything's good. Alright. So sometimes there's a glitch, so I'm going to have to find the other Leia. Doesn't look bad actually, so I have to find the other Leia icon that's leading to that issue. Let's get
jumping to sector.
The fleet there. Okay, so two things I've changed. The story is really coming together for the Pentastar alignment. So Admiral Zaloxazar actually addresses you now instead of Mon Mothra. In addition, there's a whole unique intro to the Pentastar alignment now as well. In addition, like I said, I changed the faction color for the Pentastar alignment to be lighter, so it is more visible for the player to see. Alright, so let's go to And the Wheel. Just gonna auto resolve that battle, and then we'll get that fleet together.
Tactical battle imminent.
Crush that pirate fleet, so we're going to encounter some pirates here.
As you wish, master.
It's really don't care or take whether I win the battle or not. Just want to make sure that I can, it works, of course. Alright, so we'll start with sending out some Senate stormtroopers.
Tactical battle imminent.
To give her some cover. So, as you can see, it's different. Senate stormtroopers are actually totally different from regular stormtroopers. Actually it's great. Quick. Let's take a screenshot actually. Yeah, that'll be a thumbnail. Alright, so let's bring Sabe down.
Only you could be so bold.
Alright, so it looks like it's going to work. Which is great. Great. So, the stormtroopers came out. So once again, I'm going to make sure
I don't know what you're talking about.
to get a unique...
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
The audio's pretty funny. Alright, in addition, I'm going to showcase the Senate guards here. Also, let's showcase the Inquisitor. Alright, so the Senate guards, so just pull basically like a full Senate expeditionary force here. We do have some Senate guards armed with T-21s.
At your command.
And we do also have Senate guards with pikes that are more melee focused. We have Inquestors, so the Inquestors, we'll see in a second, but they also have purple lightsabers, and the Imperial logo was replaced for the Pentastar Judgment logo as well.
What is thy bidding, my master? It shall be done.
Let's make sure Leia's... So we're going to carry some Imperial stuff.
Moving to secondary position.
So you can see it's a purple lightsaber there. Force works, so fully functioning. So Leia has the shield, of course. Great. So once I get it retextured, it will look much more like, kind of like a Pentastar hero, not just...
None shall survive. Support order acknowledged. I will crush them all.
Kristen is running after them. Force pike, guys. Alright, well, it's great to know that the Sabe actually works. She has the Senate guards with her. But this is the conclusion for today's video. like I said, it doesn't really matter whether I win or what. Just wanted to showcase kind of how I add a hero to the game, and really appreciative that you all could join today. So thank you so much. Looking forward to doing some additional showcase videos shortly. Thank you all. Hope you have a great day.